Hello human beings, welcome to my channel's first video. Recently I got back into playing Fortnite Battle Royale. One of the best parts of the game in my opinion is the battle pass and the cosmetics that come with it. I also learned that some fan-made skin concepts make it into the game. So I decided to make my own fan-made battle pass. The skins in this video wouldn't necessarily become battle pass skins if they were implemented in the game, but in this video they are part of my custom battle pass. I decided that I wanted the theme to be fear. I started making this video in Season 3 of Chapter 2, so Season 4 would be around October, along with my favorite holiday, Halloween. The problem with having a Halloween-themed battle pass is that Season 6 had that theme, so I went with fear, which allowed me to make some skins that aren't traditionally found in a Halloween theme. For the first Tier 1, I decided to go for the fear of death. The name of the skin is Phylactery, named after a lich's phylactery. For those of you not versed in fantasy lore, a lich is on the most basic level an undead wizard. I thought of a wizard that was so afraid of death that he committed unspeakable acts in order to become a lich. So I made Phylactery. Stage 1 is a wizard who is yet to have died in the process of becoming a lich. Then Stage 2 is a zombie, not yet a skeleton, but closer than before. Stage 3 is a skeleton, and Stage 4 is a fully fledged lich lord. The additional customizable parts are the choices for having a beard or not having a beard, wearing a wizard hat, a lich crown, or no hat at all, and the default colors, the blue colors, the fallen colors, and the dark colors. The total amount of combinations for the skin is 96. The glider is Corvus, a ram-horned raven. It would work like the falcon glider. The pickaxe is the sorcerer's scepter, and the back bling is the adventure pack. This would be the free back bling near the beginning of the battle pass. The set name would be the Lich Lord set. For the second tier 1, I went with the fear of snakes. One of my favorite tier 1 skins is hybrid, but I don't find many things that match the blue clothing, the green scales, the red-orange clothing, and the maroon scales. So I decided to do another lizard-like creature, a snake, with more colors that match other cosmetics in this battle pass and in other battle passes, so that I can make combos with it, because I'm broke and don't buy anything from the item shop. Anaconda is a chemist that turns into a snake lady hybrid. For the stages, I went with a human chemist, basically a Yuan-Ti pureblood, a Yuan-Ti Malison, and a Yuan-Ti Abomination. I didn't do that many styles for this one because I thought they would spend most of their time working on the sneak tail on this one. The different styles are Default, Eel, Noir, and Demon. The back bling is the Venom Vent, the glider is the Atom, and the pickaxe is the Clamp Crusher. The set name would be the Snake Scientist. For the tier 20, I went with the fear of spiders. I wanted a spider meme skin, so I created Webby. She's a grandma spider that loves to knit. That or she's a crime boss. That's about all I have to say about this one. The styles are Default, Hunter, and Groovy. The pickaxes are the Nifty Knitters. The glider is the web wings. It acts like the Batman glider. The back bling is the silky shawl. When worn on Webby, it looks like a shawl. On other skins, it looks like a knitted cape. It has a spiderweb design on it. I can't draw yarn properly, so hopefully you get the idea. The set name would be the Aged Arachnids. For the tier 40, I went with the fear of the elements. Well, I thought of pyrophobia and aquaphobia, so I tried to think of something that had both of those, and I thought of the different kinds of genies. So I made Osi. She's a genie with styles that reflect the different elements. So the styles are Jin, Deo, Merit, and Afriti. The pickaxes are the elemental scimitars, the back bling is the leaky lamp, and the contrail is called Twister, and when used, it should look like a genie tornado bottom half thing. Lastly, the glider is the flying carpet. This is one of the only things that I came up with a description for. The description for the flying carpet would be either "Don't you dare close your eyes" or "Welcome to a whole new world." It would be a surfing glider, by the way. The set name would be the Wish set. For the tier 60, I went with the fear of blood. I read a book titled Jacoby a while back, and I liked it. It's a murder mystery with fantasy creatures involved. Anyways, one of the antagonists is a creature called a red cap, which I hadn't heard about until then. So I researched them a bit, and I grew to love these insane little serial killers. They have to murder someone and dip their caps in the blood to survive, and they have to do it often. I feel like you could do a pretty fun lower-level D&D adventure with some of these as your antagonists. The lore is probably different for them in the Forgotten Realms, though. Anyways, I made Artery with that idea in mind. He's reactive so that every time you get an elimination, he shapeshifts into a more human-like appearance. And after a while, without an elimination, it transforms back into a more red cap-like appearance. If you think that's pay to lose, you can choose styles without the reactive feature. He's about as thin as the Chaos Agent, by the way. The pickaxe is the pike axe, the glider is the bladed brella, and the backbling is the sharpened sickle. The set name would be the Red Cap set. For the tier 80, I originally wanted to do a cultist, but decided against it. I couldn't get it looking the way I wanted it to look, so instead I went for another meme skin. This one is my brother's favorite skin in my fan-made battle pass. I went for the fear of technology. Many people are afraid of robots taking over, and some are afraid that their jobs will be replaced by robot work. This one is kind of inspired by Job Simulator. I present the OB unit. The 3 jobs I went for were cashier, cop, and robber. Some people probably consider thievery their job, so I thought it would be funny if there was a robber, so I did this. The names of the different units are Job, Rob, and Bob. The backbling is the ill unit, the pickaxe is the ist unit, and the glider is the at unit. The set name would be the Robot World. For the Tier 100, I did Fear of the Dark. This skin is definitely Hollow Knight inspired. This is the skin that made me think of making a battle pass. I drew this one first and finished it last, so at long last I present the Abyssal Knight. The selection of styles for this skin is a lot. You can choose the armor color, the mask shape, the cloak color, and whether to wear a cloak or not. If my math is correct, that totals to 128 combinations for the skin. I originally had the eye glow color as a style, but that brought the total to 512, so I decided against it. The eye color is now grouped with the cloak color. The armor color styles are bone, terracotta, coral, and stone. The pickaxes are one-handed, acting like the Psy Blade and the Proto-Adamantium Shield. They are called the Shattered Sword and the Shattered Shield. The back bling is the Ghastly Gear, which interacts with whichever pickaxe you use. If you use the sword comes out of the back bling. If you use the shield comes off the back bling. I couldn't think of a good glider for this one. Maybe something like the Swarm Glider would work. The set name would be the Abyss set. On to the bonus skin. For most of Chapter 2, the bonus skin has been a crossover skin, in the form of Deadpool or Aquaman. So I just have to think of a crossover skin that would be fear-related. If they did a crossover with Marvel again, I'd hope they do Spider-Man, because spiders, Venom, he's like a scarier Spider-Man, or Ghost Rider, because ghosts. If they did a DC crossover again, I'd hope they do Scarecrow or the Joker. Those are kind of self-explanatory. But what I think would be the coolest would be another Star Wars crossover. Imagine seeing the trailer for the new season, and it ends on a black screen. Then you hear the familiar breathing of Darth Vader. His lightsaber slowly ignites, giving you a brief glimpse of the skin, and then the trailer ends. I don't know about you, but I think that would be awesome. Now, this isn't necessarily Battle Pass related, but Battle Pass skins are mythic bosses on the map, so I want to put my thoughts into what the mythics would be. The bosses would probably be Phylactery, Webby, OC, and Darth Vader. Phylactery would have a weapon like the Ghost Pistol in Save the World, or a mythic version of the laser gun that's in the files right now. If they went for the Ghost Pistol, it would do something like 9 damage a shot with 10 shots in a magazine and have like a 3 to 6 second reload time, but it could shoot through 3 walls, so like a wall ramp and another wall. The reload animation would be like a normal pistol reload, but the rest would be taken up by a spell making it so that it could shoot through walls. The laser gun would be a staff of sorts and do the thing it does. Phylactery would hang out in what is currently the Authority or in a haunted grotto. My idea for him is that he'd be the leader of a new group called Ghoul. They'd be an assassin guild, with many arteries as the assassins. The henchmen at this new location would be the more zombie-like style for Brainiac. The location could be called The Lair. Webby would have a grappler, and maybe a shotgun. She'd have taken over Fort Crumpet and have her grandchildren, the Spider Knights, protecting her as henchmen. Webby and her grandchildren would probably be unaligned. If not, she'd kinda be a crime boss. They could refer to her as the Grandmother. The location could be called The Nest. OC would be on a pirate ship where Rickety Rig is now. She'd use the Merid style, and her henchmen would be Buccaneer skins. In this season, they'd add rare, epic, and legendary versions of the Flintlock pistol. The rare one would be just like the green one, only a bit stronger, and the epic and legendary would be a bit stronger, but it would get 2 shots, the second firing a blank, but still knocking the user back, making them better for mobility. OC would drop a mythic flint knock that could fire 3 times, 2 being blanks and deal 200 damage to the head. If not that, then 199 damage to the head. The location could be called the Ark. Darth Vader would drop his lightsaber. They already have lightsabers in the game, so it would be pretty easy to implement. Around halfway through the season, a ship would crash somewhere between Craggy Cliffs and Steamy Stacks. Stormtroopers would be the henchmen. The location could be called the Starship. Anyways, that's all for this video. I'll probably do another video in the future adding emotes to this battle pass and a game loading screen. Thank you for watching. Bye!